Well. Mr. Blake Sellers, aka Dapper Bitch, aka Watcher of Sweaty Men in Tights, aka Man Child, aka Keyboard Bitch. So let me enlighten you guys about what has happened. So, Mr. I want to call out DB and Dogman pretending to be a WWE superstar. Sorry, man. Scary. Anyway, decides to make a video on 35 and below about Dapper oils and wholesale body oils in a comparison. So y'all know how I feel about Dapper, the frauds. Plain and simple, you can't get past it. So I kindly tried to tell this little man child, this WWE wannabe superstar, this Dapper bitch, that his skit was funny. Try to even be polite and just say, hey, we really don't know your situation. You could have opened up the box and pulled anything out of a box and sprayed it. So there's really not anything proven in your video. You may have even gotten a good batch. I was actually being pretty nice about it, but at the same time trying to tell him he's full of shit in a kind way. So he responds that he doesn't, I don't respond to people behind screens or whatever, basically just trying to say that I wasn't man enough to confront him face to face. Well, I was man enough to offer the little punk ass a live on his channel in 35 and below 2 or 3 times. He's not once said, sure, let's do it. You know why? Because he's a dapper bitch. That's what happens when you're bent straight over to a company without any lube. Okay? You can call it what you want. You can say what you want. But you know the biggest man-child thing you did? A little Dolce & Gabbana K bottle. You know what, brother? Even as a damn Klansman, I'm more of a man than you are. Even as a Christian man, I'm definitely more of a man than you are. In none of my videos have you ever seen me trying to act like a fucking WWE superstar. You have got to be kidding me. That's your call out? Look at me, son. You're a bitch. You like Dapper without the lube. Trust me. Don't come on here throwing my name all over Facebook thinking you're some fucking keyboard warrior. The fact is, none of you dumb bitches have the balls to come talk to me. Hit me up on a private messenger and say, is there somewhere we'd like to meet? Happily, I will meet you. Happily. Because none of you bitches can say that shit to my face. None of y'all. The only thing that makes you any manly is using my manhood to create your manhood. It's a shame you got to ride DB's coattails the whole way to your manhood. Listen, dudes, all you little punks that want to throw up this old bullshit KKK stuff that's like 11 years old, okay? None of you fuckers have any balls to come say anything to my face. One of you lives an hour away. An hour. I believe your name is Joe Wolf. Yeah, that's your name. Always got a comment to say saying you ain't the one. I've offered you my address plenty of times. Yes, Cardinal, I did. That's what this response is. He's a dapper bitch. A little man-child who likes to watch Sweaty Men in Tights every time it comes on the TV because you have nothing better to do in your life than to act like a fucking 10-year-old trying to address a man and then call me out in my manhood. Come on, man. I just wish one of you, just one of you who has something to say about my past, just one, that's all I need, is man enough to meet me anywhere, anytime. Anyone. Be the biggest, baddest mofo on the fucking internet. You can be the biggest YouTube warrior in the world. Sit behind that bitch-ass keyboard and run your mouth all day long. But I promise you, none of you fuckers have any balls to come say, hey, I'll meet up to you face to face. We can settle this like real men. No. You like to make WWE videos to call out DB and Dogman. In case you don't know there, brother, I'm going to break something to you. The fucking shit is fake. You dumb jackass. Just as fake as your ass. So sick and tired of these dapper douche waffles. Always got something to say. Always putting up their little, I'm spraying Dapper and wholesale body oils and I don't see the difference. Well, bullshit. 15 to 20 of you guys have found out that Dapper's a fucking fraud by doing your own research, and only 2 of you who like to take Dapper straight up the ass with no lube and want to have something to say about me. All DB is doing is minding his own business, making some cash flow. What's up, fat boy? All I'm doing is making a little bit of cash flow. I ain't making that much, and I ain't in this to make that much. Yeah, they are going hard. Yeah, they've been found out, brother. And here's the thing: you want to know something else? I found a little little rat in my group, and I expelled him from my group. He keeps going back and telling Dapper what all I'm creating. My body wash is like sold out. Now Dapper has to have body wash. What's next? You can't compete, dude. They can't compete. I've got beard oil, beard wash, beard balm, wax, soap bars, body wash. All shit, all natural. You guys cannot compete with what I'm doing. Cannot. And even if you can, your quality cannot surpass my quality. There's no way. A dude just got on there bragging today. He wore my Aventus. 2 women said, turned their heads and wonder what the hell the dude was wearing. He don't even get that reaction out of real Aventus. That's because it's 50% oils, man. That's all I'm doing out here, trying to create a little cash flow, spread some love and joy. And you got a bunch of man-childs coming on there trying to be keyboard fucking warriors. They are on life support, Arnold. You're absolutely right. He says, I've got 11 Dappers. I mainly got everything. That's 11 Dappers too many. All I said to the dude was, you want to spend $30 on a $3.99 fragrance, man, you can do what you want to do. That's up to you. But don't be a bitch. Just holler at me, man. Wherever you live at, we can meet in a halfway reasonable spot. I'm sure you'll call the cops anyway, because that's kind of punk ass you are. But make a WWE style video calling us out. Yeah, you're right, Cardinal. You're right, man. You're right. All it does is get people to look me up, and right underneath of it, it had somebody earlier today that made a fake profile of mine and put on there Dwayne BD and used an old clan profile picture and tried to get into all these fragrance groups under that. But I reported them; they're gone. So, you know. You just can't. If you're going to call somebody out, I offered the dude to go live. I really wasn't even going to bash the dude, to be honest with you. I was just going to try to let him have his few words. I was going to say my few words, and if we couldn't come to some kind of agreement or whatever, then it's done. Yeah, that's right, fat boy. You definitely got that right. You know, I'm going to be great to everybody, brother. That's all I know how to be. I've always been a giver most of my life. I'm going to continue to be a giver. You know what I'm saying? I got into this because I love fragrances. It almost got me out because people want to bring your personal shit into it. You know what I mean? Nobody can compete with what I'm doing, bro. It's not going to happen. And prices are getting ready to drop even lower. Nobody's going to be able to compete with that. As long as I can keep a profit on what I'm doing, just a small profit, that's all I give crap about. I'm not losing my mojo, bro. But sometimes you have to get on here and call them out for what they are. Fucking cowards. That's all they are, bro. Had another dude that I kicked out of a group try to hit everybody up in that same group and say, did you know this guy used to be in the KKK? That he was a skinhead? All the meanwhile, he's the one that told another Jewish guy he was ashamed of him for being a Jew. Wow, that's not racist. Not at all. That's why I kicked his ass out. That's why I wrote on there, I'm kicking him out the group If anybody has a problem with that, kick me out too, because I don't like racism. And I won't stand for the shit. Period. I've got Jewish friends, black friends, Hispanic friends. I don't hardly have any white friends. Not saying I wouldn't attempt to have white friends. I love plenty of white people. But, you know, that's what happens when for 12 years of your life you keep a closed mind. Then you wake up one day and realize you're wasting your life and limiting your friendships. You know what I'm saying? I'm not closing my mind or limiting my friendships to nobody. Some of my best friends who call me every day. David Sanchez, he's on here. He calls me up every day. Hey man, everything going all right? I don't think Sanchez is a white name. I mean, he could be. He looks Hispanic to me, but he may be. But anyway, let's jump up off of that stuff, guys. This is my call out to this Blake Sellers jackwagon. You had your chance to make something live. You decided to choose to be a keyboard warrior. Now I made a video with a much bigger audience that's calling you a dapper hoe. Do me a favor. Keep taking dapper where you ain't supposed to take it. The dapper goes in your crapper. That's obvious, buddy. You know, yeah, that is Fat Boy. Yeah, Fat Boy's Puerto Rican. I mean, all these white people surrounding me. I'm just so. Let me ask you. Let me give you guys a little bit of a history lesson, okay? I used to attend an all-black church. I made a video about this. It's okay. You guys can watch the video. I won't go into detail. Can you imagine if I was a Klansman, still a racist, if you will? Let's just go that way. And attending an all-black church. I mean, I'm calling the Klan a bunch of bitches because they really are. But don't get me wrong. They'll attack my women and my children. They ain't gonna attack me. They're too much of a coward to come after me. I've seen that time and time again. They know my address. I told them come find me. They can take a bullet to the head. I could give a shit less. You screw with my family, there's no holds barred. There won't be videos. But one more time, Blake Sellers, dapper in the crapper. If you got something to say, just get on a live, get it out. You can hash it out, do whatever you want. You can even dress like a WWE superstar if you want to. I'm okay with that. But don't be a bitch. Don't get on there on the keyboard, run your mouth, and then post a little video of a Dolce & Gabbana K with 3 Ks. Oh, that's so slick. Oh, that's so slick of you, man. I would have never thought of that. Another stupid ass shit. Like, come up with something natural, bro. Come up with something authentic. Acting like a fake ass WWE star to call me and another man out who have put this fragrance community on notice when it comes to being bullshit. Never had my intentions were to call Dapper out of anything. I just left. I wasn't going to be treated like a slave and be taken advantage of and pretty much say, hey, you've done for me all you can, screw yourself. That's pretty much what it was. But I left with dignity. Somebody hit me up with some proof after Travis wouldn't respond to me at all, even though I just said the reasons I left Dapper weren't personal. And Travis said, oh, I wish you wouldn't leave, but if you do, no hard feelings. Unfriending me and not answering my messages is pretty much kind of where hard feelings start. And somebody hit me up and said, hey, you really need to look into this. And I was hesitant, but the pictures he sent me were kind of like, whoa. Should the fragrance community? Yeah, they should know about it. Simply for this. I drug a lot of people over to Dapper. I don't care what anybody says. If it wasn't for me, my videos, Dapper would have never gotten off the ground in the amount of time he did. Never. Not bringing up any names, but he sent fragrances to people with 2, 3, 10,000 subscribers. Never gave him a shot. I started making videos. All of a sudden, Dapper just started climbing up the charts. What? I don't give away all my secrets. You ever heard the old expression, the master never tells the student everything? I didn't tell you everything, Travis. I make fragrances with higher quality oils in a cheaper manner than you do. So all you guys who say my fragrances are overpriced, let's compare. Dapper's at 32, 40% oil. Very close to the 30. Okay. They sell their 5 mLs with shitty labels, not like mine, for $7.50 for 5 ml. Let's just give them 40% for the hell of it. Let's just say his fragrances are 40%. DB's 5 mLs with nice labels on them are 50% oil concentration for $8.50 plus shipping. That's like $12.50 for a 5 ml completely shipped. He charges $11.50. Not only that, I get rave reviews. Not one person has come on there and said, DB, your shit sucks. And they're not going to. It's impossible. If they do, something happened, call me. We'll replace it. We'll get it taken care of. We'll do whatever you can. When jealousy comes out, man, when you see people being successful, Dapper is in panic mode, so they send out their little minion. Go tell everybody about DB. God almighty, y'all. It's so sad. It's sad what a company who makes more money than me has to copy me because they can't make it. Somebody hit me up and said, man, I've seen a 40% decrease in sales at Dapper. What's up, Tyrone? Tyrone, I've known Tyrone for, God almighty, a year or if not more. Tyrone, you ain't white, are you? I think you're black. The race card crap doesn't work anymore, y'all. It's played out. And that's not even really what I'm getting on here for. I'm getting on here for that Blake Sellers punk. Now you have your call out. If you don't decide to do it, then we know where you stand. Keep taking Dapper crap. Deuces.